Okay, we're live. Welcome to Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and I've got an interesting panel with me this evening. And I say interesting, but it's usually the usual suspects this evening. You know, minus the Travis P11, I think, and a certain few others. But again, you know, we got most of the usual suspects. Not all of them, but most of them. So first up, we've got George. What's going on, George?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, thanks for jumping in.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
And then we've got everyone's favorite Brit. We got Richard. What's going on, Richard?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
And before anyone asks, no, Richard is not a dick. He's just Richard.
Just Richard, yeah.
Sorry, Richard. I had to make the joke.
Yeah, I haven't put any fuel in condoms or plastic bottles this week either.
Yeah, I saw that. That's hilarious. It's happening over there. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that a little later. Just funny.
Yeah.
Funny if anything.
Yeah, it is.
And then last but certainly not least, we have everyone's favorite comrade, Warsaw Patriot. What's going on, Warsaw?
You quit calling me comrade, dude. I'm an ally of the United States.
No, I love you, Tovarish. You know that.
What am I, Boris Yeltsin?
Close. Polish, Russian, it's all the same to me.
No, we're Polish. Different breed, different animal.
Let's just
put it this way: the Poles are the only thing closest in Europe that really does value freedom, especially with the United States.
Right. So.
That would Czech Republic.
So you know,
Czech Republic, and you got Poland, and you got Hungary, you got a few others also.
Bulgaria really likes its guns.
No, Belarus is a Russian ally. You don't want to be a friend with those guys.
Yeah, you don't want to be near those guys.
No.
Yeah. They shot down a balloon. I found out, a hot air balloon.
Really, a hot air balloon? You've got all these guns, and you shoot down a hot air balloon
with a couple passengers in the thing too.
Now, at that point, you know, if they're from another nation, that nation needs to shoot at them. You know, I'm just saying.
I got the video. I can send it to you.
No, that's fine.
They're also those shits that hijacked the airliner a couple months ago.
Yep. So we got a couple topics to talk about tonight, but as I said, I wanted to talk about the situation. If you don't know what's going on in England, Richard sent me a video, an article earlier today about what's going on in England. Apparently, they're having problems over there with gas. Well, what's going on with that, Richard?
Well, somebody mentioned that there was going to be a driver shortage, so there's plenty of fuel at the refinery, but it's not getting to the fuel station. So, because it was on TV, the same as the toilet paper BS, everyone started running out buying fuel, and some people would only just filled up 2 days ago, so they've gone out and bought. They're going and keep buying. Oh, I've got to get another $10, $15 worth, you know.
Right.
So it's gone a bit crazy, you know. But there's a lot of things in it that have caused the problem over the number of years. It's not just something that's just happened, you know. But it's another one of these engineered panics that is the same as the toilet paper. You know, there was always plenty of toilet paper.
I'm going to share the picture you sent me. Okay.
Yeah. That one with the plastic bag. That's an old pic. That's not from the UK today or whatever. That's an old picture. But I just thought it was funny. And then you've got the other picture I sent you as well.
I just see the plastic bag one, but this one.
Yeah.
He sent me this one, and I don't know if this is from the UK or if this is from America.
That's one I got off the internet before. Because,
I remember seeing something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
that's a breadwinner right there, I tell you.
Yeah. What's happened is today they've caught people trying to fill up 2 liter mountain
2 liter bottles.
Yeah, 2 liter drink bottles and milk carton type plastic bottle, which gasoline will fricking destroy. And I don't know why, because there's plenty of proper fuel cans out there to buy, you know,
right,
of all different sizes, whether they're metal jerry cans or You know, I know in the US there's always a shortage of the proper NATO cans of the
Right.
metal ones, but here I can buy those for like 20 quid all day long. You know, I've got a flipping shed full of them anyway.
20 quid.
So I don't know why people are going out filling up flipping milk cartons. And,
I mean,
some people.
this other picture you sent me.
Yeah.
I got to share this one. Okay, it's out in the ocean. Can any of you drive a lorry? And lorry's a truck over there in Europe, right?
Yeah, well, that's a raft. That's a raft full of immigrants coming to the UK across from France. And because there's a shortage of truck drivers, a guy from Poland, he had it on his phone, and I said, "Oh, well, you've got to send that to me so I can share that." Because you could put, you could put in there. Have you got any toilet paper? You know.
We got. He's out there in the chat.
Yeah, he is too. Oh my god.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
We got a number one bad dude out there in the chat, Corn Pop. But yeah, just this is what's happening over in England. I thought it'd be funny to mention this before we get on to what we're doing.
There's a bit of a tanker driver shortage, but it's not people are trying to blame because we left the EU. But an EU truck driver can't just come to the UK and drive a fuel tanker straight away. It's not the same as driving a normal truck. It's the same as in the US. You've got certain qualifications that you need to deliver fuel. You can't. You don't just
right. First you have to have a commercial driver's license, and then I think you have to have an additional license for if you're doing hauling hazardous material.
Because it's a hazardous material, you know. It's not just the same as driving another. So they if we were still in the EU, we'd have all these extra drivers. Well, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
They're not qualified. They might be a heavy goods vehicle driver, which they call HGV driver. A truck driver. They can drive a truck, but they cannot drive a fuel tanker because they need the hazmat qualification. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same. I got offered a tanker driver job before at an airport, but yes, I could drive the tanker, but I can't do anything with the fuel because I don't have the hazmat. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're thinking. But I think a lot of it is to do with like last year when nobody was using fuel because of the lockdown. They laid off a few drivers,
right?
And now these drivers, because they were stabbed in the back, basically, a lot of them don't want to come back. I mean, some of them.
I don't blame them.
Some of them don't get treated very well, so they move on to other work. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, and they don't come back.
Daniel, I cannot sort anything out with the Queen. She don't care about Americans.
Oh my goodness.
Don't care. I can get her to do anything.
She wore a naval uniform in a ceremony for what? She wasn't even in service.
Yeah, she was in the Second World War.
Wait, what?
The Queen served in the Second World War as an ambulance driver.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh well, she was an ambulance driver. Oh well, good for her.
For the army.
For the army. All right.
Army. I thought she was in the Navy.
Oh, there's probably an army uniform. Anyways, so we're moving on. I got some bad news for the CA gun owners. Apparently, your private information is headed to researchers. There are a lot of reasons to oppose gun registration. One of those is that on a long enough timeline, every registration scheme turns into confiscation. There are those that have done so and those that will. Obviously, some disagree with this and think that it will never happen, which is fine. You know, I don't mind them being wrong. But there are other reasons as well, including the fact that the registration collects private information of gun owners. We've been told repeatedly that there's nothing to worry about, yet in California, a new law will give gun owners there plenty to be concerned about. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed into law last week, AB 173, which, among other things, gives various academics, most of them very likely to be hostile to private gun ownership, access to all the information California collects about states' buyers of guns, gun parts, and ammunition. The law that an assortment of government info about gun possessors shall be available to the researchers affiliated with California Firearm Violence Research Center at UC Davis for academic and policy research purposes. Bullshit. Okay, I am putting the bullshit in there. Furthermore, at the department's discretion, information collected pursuant to this section may be provided to any other nonprofit bona fide research institution accredited by the United States Department of Education or the Council for Higher Education accreditation for the study of the prevention of violence. Isn't that a mouthful?
Dang.
Yes, the law also insists that material identifying individuals shall only be provided for research or statistical activities and shall not be transferred, revealed, or used for purposes other than research or statistical activities, and reports or publications derived therefrom shall not identify specific individuals. Bullshit. Still, whether or not the resultant research, as published, names a specific person, a gun owner might understandably not be thrilled that the people in the business of coming up with reasons why no one should be allowed to own guns, largely true of people in the gun violence research field, can easily know their name, address, and all the weapons, parts, and ammo they bought legally. What's more, nothing in the law, as written, applies any stern level of oversight or punishment over misuse of the information. And let's be very clear, academia itself is very hostile towards the Second Amendment and private gun ownership. We've seen that over and over again. There's absolutely no reason for any California gun owner to feel safe and secure with their private information gallivanting around the computers of people who are actively hostile towards them. What I don't understand is why. There's absolutely no benefit to academia to know the identity of California's gun owners. They don't need to know that Joe Smith has guns specifically. So why approve that particular release of information to anyone? The answer is actually pretty simple. They just didn't care. See, gun owners are second-class citizens in places like California. Rights to things like privacy are vacated the moment you register a firearm. In their minds, the good of the many outweigh the good of the few or the one. So they simply don't care if gun owners are uncomfortable with their private information shared all over the place. Oh, they include some language about how it can only be used for statistical purposes. But since criminals get guns in spite of California's extensive gun control laws, lawmakers should be well aware of just how little that phrasing actually means in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, I see it as a case of them simply not caring. I wonder how many gun owners will find themselves targeted in some way in the coming years. Will California admit they screwed up? Somehow I'm skeptical. And that was from Bearing Arms, from Tom Knighton. And I'm pretty sure that this AB 173 is a direct reciprocation of the recall election that Newsom just defeated. This is his revenge. So welcome Newsom's revenge. It's bullshit. It's grade A bullshit. And I don't know how much more they can keep pushing people in California before either the people in California leave or they push back. And when people in California push back, you normally don't like it. Because look what happened in the 90s. Look at the riots. Yeah, you don't want people in California pushing back.
You're talking about like Koreatown?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Stuff like that. So.
The crazy thing is, though, those people actually also got arrested for just doing that.
Yep.
Which is stupid. They were defending their businesses.
I know. I know 100%. But I'm calling bullshit that the information will be used just for statistical and research purposes.
It's all political.
It's all political. Two, I can see all of that information that's supposed to be used for research purposes getting to anti-gun groups so they could go harass and accost those that own firearms. I could also see, that kind of information, getting stolen from said researchers by criminals so they can get an easy mark.
I feel
Well, it'd be hacked. That's what.
here's a funny thing, Nice Rick. In a way, I feel like gun owners are treated as people that were, like say, let's just say like a comparison that Jews are being persecuted.
It's not that bad, but it's getting there.
It's kind of feeling like that. Like they're treating us like as another belief system.
But you're treated like a second-class citizen.
Basically, but it's the same mindset. I'm saying.
It's the same like with gun owners in the UK. One person does something bad, so that all gun owners must be bad.
Well, just they must just outright hate us.
Yeah. So, 4 thumbs up and 4 thumbs down. Yeah, I always get thumbs down. I always get like 2 or 3 thumbs down.
No, here's a question. Wasn't there gun control during the civil rights movement?
Oh yeah,
during the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK.
More or less, all the gun control laws that we've had on the books for years are a direct result of the civil rights movement, because the Democrats didn't want. They won't tell you this, but the Democrats didn't want those particular type of people to have firearms. So they instituted a lot of laws that dicked over everyone, just so certain individuals that they didn't like got firearms.
I knew it.
Mm-hmm. Gun control is racist. Who knew?
And segregationist.
Dang.
And Gabriel says at Night Strike, okay, just my 2 cents, but wait until they turn over felony arrestee DNA to UC Davis. Yeah, how about that? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, well, made decision building a 9mm AR, paid $50 for a Glock magazine compatible AR lower, cheaper than buying the mag adapter for AR lower I already have. My mag adapter only costs $40, so I don't know if that was actually cheaper or not. So just my 2 cents on that.
Well,
but
yeah.
But you wanted the Glock magazine lower. I wanted the Colt SMG lower. So adapter. So I could have gotten the Glock one for $30, but
Yeah. Night Strike. Last time I checked, isn't Firearms Policy Coalition actually putting a lawsuit against Kevin for what they're doing?
There's a ton of lawsuits. Take your pick on what it's for. There are a ton of lawsuits going after California, Gavin Newsom, the legislator. Take your pick. There's tons of them. Will any of them actually do anything? I don't know.
Well,
I can't. Honestly, I wish I could predict the future, but at this point, I can't predict the future because so many crazy things have happened this year, have happened last year, have happened the year before, that honestly, I doubt I could predict the outcome at this point.
In the federal courts, they're not even listening to us. They're not even standing up against the state courts.
No, it's just weird.
Federal is supposed to protect the state and actually also go against what they're doing.
I know. Mm-hmm. Just, anyways, so, guess who's back in the news?
Guess what now? I'm guessing what? What's that? Dog the Bounty Hunter, I guess.
No, he was in the news, yes, but we're not talking about him right now.
Then who then?
Yeah. Though a while back his wife died, and I was very sorry to hear about that because she was she was a good person.
Yeah. Who's in the news now? We're talking exactly.
The person who's in the news, it's everyone's favorite gun grabber.
What, AOC?
No, Beto O'Rourke.
Oh gosh.
He's made a statement the other day that he made a statement saying that he's still coming for your guns. Okay,
he can try all he wants. He talks, but doesn't bite.
So listen to this. Robert Francis Beto O'Rourke is still officially mulling what's expected to soon be an official run for governor of Texas. And if so,
oh my God,
he'll make history as the first candidate in land of come and take it to run on a platform of, okay, I will take it.
Hey, here, I have a message for freaking O'Rourke. Hey, O'Rourke, you're a loser. It's Texas. Nobody wants to vote your ass.
Yeah. M. Gabriel, ST in the panel here, it's South Texas AR guy. otherwise known as everyone's favorite YouTuber as
Hey.
George Cortez or Jorge, if you prefer the Spanish, because we got to keep it multicultural here.
Now,
Yeah.
who is the governor of Texas? That was formerly Ted Cruz, wasn't it?
No. He's senator. No, governor of Texas. That's what's his name?
Dang it.
Because I knew Ted Cruz was the governor at one point. And
It's
someone else.
it's Abbott, isn't it?
Abbott. There we go. Abbott.
Greg Abbott, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen to this. On Friday, O'Rourke doubled down on his "hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15" comment made during his failed run for president last year. O'Rourke was appearing at the Texas Tribune Festival in an interview setting with New York Times columnist Carrie Swisher when he was asked about the comment and how that's going to play in Texas politics. And this is a quote. This is an excerpt. It says, "On gun control, most Democrats in the 2020 primaries distanced themselves from O'Rourke's declaration of that hell yes, he would confiscate AR-15s, AK-47s, and similar weapons. The comment came in a televised debate shortly after the El Paso massacre. Texas," he said Friday, "has had 4 of the deadliest mass shootings in American history, including the one in El Paso when 23 people were slaughtered by a gunman inspired by Donald Trump and the white supremacist ideology that he represented, who used the weapon of war, an AK-47, to kill all of those people and grievously injure dozens more in a matter of minutes." Bullshit. Bullshit that he was a Trump supporter, and bullshit that he's a white supremacist. According to the entire Democrat fucking party, every gun owner is a white supremacist. So suck it.
That's right.
Moving on. He noted that on Thursday, FBI Director Christopher Wray warned Congress of a dramatic increase in domestic white supremacist terrorism. Remember, O'Rourke added, the El Paso gunman in the manifesto he published minutes before walking into that Walmart said that he came to stop the Hispanic political takeover of Texas. This was political terrorism. January 6th was political terrorism, and we are allowing political terrorists to arm themselves to the teeth. I'm sorry, but January 6th was not political terrorism. January 6th was a bunch of citizens who were pissed off about not being represented properly, as has been shown by every single Democrat in every major city in the United States of America. Moving on. How well is a candidate who says, I'm taking your guns, going to do in a state where come and take it isn't just a slogan, but a part of many Texans' identities? Do you think? I don't know. The latest poll in Texas has O'Rourke down 5 points to Greg Abbott in a hypothetical matchup. And that's good news for O'Rourke, who was down double digits in polling conducted in the summer. A poll back in May found that 44% of respondents wanted more gun control in the state, compared to 30% who would keep them as they are, and 20% who would expand the right to keep and bear arms. Support for the state's permitless carry law was underwater, but generally speaking, a majority of Texans aren't in the mood for any new gun control, much less the confiscation of several million legally owned rifles. Hold up. Let's pause here for a second. I have a question. George.
Yeah.
Are you originally from Texas?
Yes.
So you're Texas born?
Yes, I'm Texas born.
Okay. Let me ask you this, George. And this may be a biased answer from you, but do you and the Texans want more gun control?
The people that I know, some of the people that I know don't want any more gun control. There's already enough gun control.
Yeah.
And I know some people that do because but that's because, all the, they're afraid of school shootings and all kind of stuff like that. That's why they get kind of like panicking. Oh yeah, we need gun control because my son's in elementary and this and that. It goes like, okay, that is not, that's just, you're just being, you're just being what they call it, manipulated by, panic. You can't tell when this, kind of situation like that happens. Any kind of mass shooting can happen anytime, anywhere. But the people who want to, make gun control laws will prey on those people, and they will also prey on them to vote Democrat. That's why you have that 50-50, or like, that's how come Texas, you see parts that are blue and some that are red and stuff like that. It's because the Democrats are out there, yapping their mouth and stuff, and the people are believing it because they say, yeah, we don't want this, to happen. Oh yeah, we need this and this and that. And that's why sometimes you always, you see some people in where I live, the lower Rio Grande Valley, people will vote Democrat and people will vote Republican because they don't want those kind of, laws and stuff like that. And that's that's what the Democrats do. They like to pray on. Beto O'Rourke likes to do that. He'll go down and start saying, oh, yes, and this and that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And the people are just taking it and believing it.
Yeah, I know. The rest of the I really don't want to read the rest of the article, but because it's just more BS. But apparently they're saying that they're putting Matthew McConaughey in there, saying that he may run for governor as well, and he poses more of a threat than Beto O'Rourke does. But the point is that O'Rourke needed his 5 more minutes of fame because I guess he's not happy with his position with the Biden administration. Because didn't Biden promise him to be one of the czars or whatnot?
Yes.
Yeah. So
he's just as bad as a zealot as what was the other guy that was trying to be for ATF? Chipman?
Yeah.
He's just as bad as Chipman.
We're gonna talk about good old Chippy.
Yeah, well, I'd say a couple of years ago, McConaughey came out. They interviewed him in an article,
and he said he kind of teetered on he might run for governor at some point.
Mm-hmm. He was saying that yes, I like he shot guns and stuff, he hunted or whatever, but then he was saying, come on guys, let's take one for the team, let's get rid of AR-15s and high capacity mags and stuff, but we can still keep the rest. We can keep all the other guns, but we'll just keep the ones that the scary ones, the high.
That's going to work over so well with most of Texans.
And it, not too many people were like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah, whatever. That's exactly how it is.
But
all right, we got something out from the chat here. It says. We got a $5 super chat from Daniel saying, "Stop reading this BS. It's just fake polls. A rock has a better chance of being governor than Beta." Oh, we know. But the fact that it made headlines is why we're going over it. We're mainly pointing this out just to laugh at the minute chance he thinks he has at making it to be governor. Because I don't think he has a snowball's chance. Hell, nobody does. But it's part of the news, so we're going to cover it. Compared to some of the other news, which is mostly depressing, I'd rather laugh at this than go over some of the depressing shit.
Yep.
It cracks me up.
But again, I know I'm getting a whole bunch of thumbs down tonight, so good for you guys. You don't like it, well, you don't have to watch it.
Get troll from somewhere.
Yep. You're always gonna you can't always be a hit. You can't always be a miss. That's just it.
No, but he's, by the way, Nice Rick, he's right, because people use gun control as a political motive for people getting power, and it's been proven fact. I mean, up in Canada, it's the same thing.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that one of these days. It's just that the person in question needs to get off his butt and actually respond. But again,
yeah, I know, but I'm talking as far as politics go, because every freaking senator I've seen, they promise keep people safe and all that. Mm-hmm. That's BS. Like, look where we're now.
They promise to keep people. Yeah, just like all those senators and and representatives and mayors of that represent Illinois and Chicago, and they say they're going to keep things so safe. Yet we still get 40 deaths a weekend in Chicago.
Yeah.
There's a woman actually, by the way, who actually keeps releasing criminals in Chicago. Believe it or not, you know who her name is? Kim Fox.
M. Gabriel made a good point out there. He says Beto could be governor somewhere where they like authoritarians, like Belarus. He could go move to Belarus and become governor there.
North
Just
Korea.
send him to China.
No,
Yeah,
I
North
don't.
Korea.
No, Beto just doesn't. I don't think the North Koreans would appreciate his level of authoritarianism. It just wouldn't.
There's a thing, Nice Rick. There's a guy actually I follow. It's on YouTube. He's believe it or not, he's a former Cuban, and he's now an American citizen. But he actually testified about him being in the dark ages of Cuba and communist Cuba, and the communists actually promised the protection of the people. When in fact, after they took over the government, they took all the arms off the citizens, and they did atrocities.
And they took advantage of the citizens. Yes,
Yeah.
because what does the government do when it takes control and it takes authoritarianism or dictatorial control? It restricts the people, so they cannot fight back.
Yep.
Newsflash.
The guy I was telling you.
After Castro took over,
Mhm.
look up what they did in the football stadium
Mhm.
in Havana when they had all the people locked in the football stadium.
Oh yeah.
But
They basically stopped killing people when they ran out of ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
the guy that I was bringing up the discussion is actually he was I believe he's still in Oregon, but his name is Manuel Martinez.
Yeah, I think I've heard his speech.
But yeah, the guy is rock on Great American.
So I want to talk about good old Chippy, Chipman, because apparently he's trying to fundraise on lies about the NRA and the Natural Shooting Sports Foundation. And it makes it clear that he was never qualified to head the ATF in the first place. But we all knew that.
And by the way, also the FBI does the ATF's job. By the way,
Yeah.
we don't need the ATF. We just
The
have
only only time the ATF comes out is to confiscate someone's firearms. That's the only time they come out.
Oh, not to mention they were held responsible for Operation Fast and Furious.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Or to shoot a puppy.
Yeah. So
If you don't want your
That was
puppy.
Obama's little thing.
Rolos Carvero says he's out. So we'll see you, Rolos. Take it easy, buddy. But yeah. So I don't know what Chipman's doing, but he's saying it's from Giffords. I really don't want to read this.
Oh
but,
my goodness, that woman!
Yeah, it's apparently he's trying to fundraise on telling lies about the NRA and the NSSF and the gun lobby. Apparently,
You keep calling us the gun lobby, and statement.
Okay. So firearm talk. Okay, so I'm gonna put a poll out there for everyone because I really don't want to read this last topic. This last topic I have because it's
infuriating.
It's infuriating, and there's more shit like it. There's not a lot of good news out there this week, so I'm gonna ask a poll question. All right. All right. There you go. No, NEA is about to go live in about 10, 15 minutes. So, okay. So the new poll question is: have you bought a new gun lately?
No, I haven't.
Well, we know you haven't because it's pretty hard where you're at.
Well, no, I can buy them. I just got to get somewhere to shoot, so I've got to get my range finished, and then I've got somewhere to shoot.
Yeah. Can you have a personal range in your country?
Yes.
I thought you had to be part of a club and have to store it at a club.
No. No, you can build your own range. The only thing I've got to do is build it in, so it's in
You just have
basically
to have a farm.
doors.
New York.
Yeah, if you've got a lot of land, then you can. If you got a lot of land, yes, you can have like an open range. But if you live on a small area like me, I have to build it so the bullets are contained within the building.
So Daniel says 3 guns a month is a healthy amount. Yeah. Again, Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, nope, I've built a couple. Well, didn't you say you just got that lower, 9 millimeter lower? That counts. New York Outcast asks, does a cop gun count? Well, maybe in New York it does. New York, it probably does. Yeah. I still haven't got my shotgun yet, and I still haven't gotten the dagger frame that I ordered either. So I'm waiting on those.
I was just about to mention that.
I did buy the slide parts kit for the dagger, but I need to buy I still need to buy the slide, and I still need to buy the barrel. So I'm waiting on that. You know, again, just what I can do right now. But that's basically what I'm waiting to be able to pick up that shotgun. It should be any day now. But again, times vary. It's like Daniel says, Night Strike, why didn't you just get a P80? Well, I mean, why buy a P80?
A P80 is like $200 at least.
Why buy a P80 when what are P80s going for right now?
About $200 at least.
No, I've seen them cheaper.
Round up total, it's like $300.
Okay, what? Just the frame itself.
That's like $115.
The frame kit is about $145. 150 more or less. Okay, for what I want, $150 comes with the parts, but you got to mill it out and whatnot. And I just paid $100 for the dagger with all the parts already installed in it, already completed. So I saved myself about $50 there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So that's why I didn't buy a P80. It's just I have to buy the slide for it and the barrel for it. That's what I'm working on now, and I'll probably get that in the not too distant future. But when I do get it, I will put it on video. We'll get some shooting video out of it. I don't care how long it takes. Daniel, I'm lazy. I don't want to have to mill out my own gun right now. Okay. So, I mean, I don't have a machine shop like you do. So, I can't go and just do it in 5 minutes with, a drill press, because I don't have a drill press. I'd like to have one, but I don't have one.
Yeah, here's the thing though about with kits like that. I mean, I've seen people accidentally drill off holes, and they've even egged out the holes. So that's the thing. Yeah. Then you got to Loctite fill it and all that, and then re-drill it again.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Unless you have a drill press, trying to complete an 80% frame, is a pain in the ass. I mean, I've done the router trick with the AR lowers, okay, and yeah, they work. It's not preferable. I'd rather just use a drill press, but again, no.
Wait, you used a router?
Yes, a router.
Ooh, yikes!
Yeah.
Yikes.
Pain in the ass. Also quite dangerous too. So,
no shit.
Yeah. And I even used the router without the guard on it. That was a fun experience.
My goodness, nice strike.
Yeah. So I'm surprised I didn't have to go to the ER for that point. But again, I wasn't disassembling a 1911. Hold on. There we go.
Nice.
There we go. But Yo Shadow says the Night Strike, I have a milling machine. I don't buy guns. I buy chunks of metal, 80%. Yeah, I know. I need a milling machine. I really do. Yo Shadow says the Night Strike, not a drill press. Use a milling machine. Makes things the same as CNC machine. Okay, well then I'll look at getting a milling machine. Yeah, but just it. So all right, the polls we've got about 14 votes. It says, have you bought a new gun? We got 36% saying yes. We got 64% saying no. Sucks. I understand. Not great times. But if you can buy something new, get something new. If you can't, well, just try and buy more ammo if you can.
I'm poor.
And I say that jokingly because I know how much ammo prices are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not getting any better with the Russian ban either. So, right.
I had an email from that place I sent you that link to. They've got a whole load of 22 LR at the moment.
What was that place?
that ammo depot.
Ammo Depot. Yeah.
Yeah, I had another email from them today about they've got a shitload of like 22LR.
Yeah.
At the moment as well.
Your Shadow says at Night Strike, milling machine is just slower than a CNC. Yeah.
Hey, Night Strike. I've been hearing rumors, but isn't the United States now looking at actually trying to ban the airsoft guns now?
I've heard that. I didn't know if that was real or not.
I mean, Colin Noir just did a video on it, but I just
Is
think
that real?
I think they're trying to push for it now because Canada doing it now. They're trying to do it here. They did it back in 2014. I think they're now trying to do it again.
Clint, I actually know how to use power tools properly. It's just when it comes to disassembling 1911s, that's a different story. But yeah.
No, but banning airsoft, like what?
I mean,
that doesn't achieve anything.
No, it doesn't. It just pisses people off. But again, what are the authoritarians without trying to basically control something?
I mean, what's
they're
next
all
step?
about control, and they want to ban this and that so that anyone that wants to have any fun or have anything worth having has to ask for permission from them first. Because if they don't give permission, you're not allowed to have it. You shouldn't even think about it.
Well, here's
basically they want you to think. They want to think for you. They don't want you to think on your own.
Correct. And that's what I was getting at. Here's the crazy thing: people can make guns, not working guns, but like you can make like a toy. Basically, you can make a toy out of Legos, and you can make a freaking frame of a gun out of Lego bricks.
Yeah, I saw a video like long time ago, and it was some guy. I don't know if it was in Illinois or somewhere. They wanted to ban airsoft guns because they said you can take the barrel off the airsoft gun and replace it with a real barrel, and you can't shoot real bullets.
You can't.
You can't.
It's cast metal. It's cast metal.
I had a
plastic.
friend that tried that. Guess what? It doesn't work like that.
No. And I can't believe that this guy was spilling this.
And yes, Clint, it's all about control. That's absolutely right. Authoritarians are all about control. So that's what the entire Democratic Party is about. They're about control. They're telling you what to do, but if they do something different, that's them. That's them. They're privileged. You're not. Because their attitude is do as I say, not as I do.
Listen to the state.
So
then if that happens, then this is no longer America then.
You can take a hammer and a barrel and fire bullets. #scary. Yes, you can. Is it safe? No, it's not.
Then it'd be illegal to shoot rubber bands off your fingers then.
Yeah. Or maybe just even gesturing your hand into a like a firearm and pointing at somebody. You already be arrested.
Oh, there's already kids. There's already children got suspended from school for that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Or thrown out of school.
So.
Doing that.
So many crazy things go on, man. Every dang day, every month, every year.
It's ridiculous. It really is.
It's just ridiculous.
I mean, they sort of banned airsoft here, but you can still have them. But you've just got to be. I mean, the one I've got, I bought before the ban, so I can keep it. But I can't just sell it or whatever. But now, if you buy a new one, it's basically I can buy like the same MP5, but it's got to be brightly coloured, or it's basically got to be registered because you've got to be registered to a place where you like play airsoft, play Rambo out in the forest somewhere. So there's like a registration. Then you can buy the MP5 or whatever that looks like the real thing.
What about paintball guns? Do you have to have a permit for that to play at a certain field or something?
No, I'd have to look into paintball guns because I got a paintball place. There used to be one at Bournemouth Airport, but that closed. There's one about half a mile from Bournemouth Airport. I haven't been there yet, but you can own your own paintball guns.
Yeah, because I think I remember hearing like in Australia that you need to have a permit, just like pellet guns or something. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Well, up in Scotland, they're on about bringing in a license just for air rifles, like break barrel
That's ridiculous. That is
It's wrong with
ridiculous.
their rifles. This is the problem. They class them the same as a firearm, but they're not a firearm. It's the same as airsoft. It's not a firearm because you're not using a powder to project, to launch a projectile. So it's not. They're not a firearm, but they put them in the same category as a firearm.
Yeah, there's the same concept that happened in Australia. They actually banned gel blasters, believe it or not.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
All right. So we got another.
I looked at going to Australia a little while ago.
So we got some more at Night Strike saying Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike regional AFT in Seattle years ago was seizing airsoft guns claimed with zero proof that they could be converted to fire real ammo full auto. Yeah, I remember that. I remember we talked about that back then.
You cannot convert stuff like this. It's cast metal with plastic.
Yeah, you don't want to convert it. Trust me. Daniel says, Night Strike, look up the video of Antifa March in Germany. No, thank you. I'm not interested in Antifa.
Oh, freeze those communists.
Yeah.
That's what
Go Shadow says, at Night Strike, tried paintball in Alaska, found out in winter match that paintballs can freeze. Yeah, I found that out in Kentucky too. So,
Yeah, that's one rule they do have about paintball here is you're not allowed to bring your own paintballs to like a paintball place because people used to put them in the freezer.
Yeah,
because hurt people.
Well,
the time I did do paintball, they asked me, "Oh yeah, you can bring whatever pyrotechnics you've got, smoke bombs, whatever, flashbangs, but you're not allowed to bring your own paintballs."
Clint is right. Cold weather paintball is brutal. Yeah. It is.
Hey, when a paintball ricochets off your head, man, it feels like a freaking marble. So even though it's a gelatin, paint stuff, it still hurts.
It hurts. Yeah.
If it bursts, you're good. If it just ricochets, oh boy, it hurts good. That's right.
Joe Shadow says at Night Strike, when it is below zero, the paintballs will freeze in the gun. Oh, I know. I know. I learned from experience. So that's that. All right. Has anybody got any other topics you want to talk about? Anything? Anything remotely interesting you heard about?
Let's see what I can think of.
I would say interesting.
We got the volcano.
No, that's boring. That's only interesting to you. That's the problem.
I've seen that Obama was in the news again.
Who cares about it?
He's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to do this and that, and I'm enjoying life, and I'm worried about gun violence in my own home state of Illinois.
No, you're not. You're protected by the Secret Service. Shut up.
Yeah.
If they're so worried about it, get a firearm yourself and stop being such a wimp.
Yeah. Like really. So,
literally, I'm tired of hearing crybabies. Stop demanding on the government. Do it yourself and take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I guess with that, we're gonna end this one early. I don't have any other topics to talk about. Nobody else does. So we'll get out of here early this evening.
I do have one.
No.
I do have one.
No, we're fine. We'll do it next week.
All right, fine.
The top 10 Polish patriots.
Top 10 Polish patriots that aren't Warsaw patriots. There we go.
Would you rather have a Russian fighting for America?
We already have that. That's Robsky, right?
He's Polish. He's not Russian.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later. Thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss. Does anybody want to give any of their outros? George?
Just thanks for the invite. Glad to be here as always with the guys. Guys are always fun to talk to and hang out and stuff. And check me out on Instagram, South Texas Aero Guy. All
right.
And that's it.
Richard, anything interesting?
Not really. No, thanks for the invite. And
all right.
Yeah, I'll come back if you want me again.
Yep.
Thank you very much. And
Warsaw?
thank you everybody for being here.
Warsaw, any words of wisdom from yourself and not your computerized double?
What's up?
Words of wisdom. Go.
Night strike with a shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Get out your guns, battery gun. Are you an owner or criminal?
All right, that's enough out of you. We're done here, folks. Stick a fork in her.
So long, folks.
We'll see you later.
Have a good night.
Yep.
See you
Later,
too.
guys.
Have a good evening, guys.
How do I turn this darn thing off?
With a hammer.
No, the red.
Is it the red button? Is it the blue button? The green button?
Cut the blue wire. They're all fucking blue.
No. We don't cut the blue wire. We tried that last time. I had to rebuild the server from scratch. Not the blue one.
No, that's a Family Guy joke, that is.
And that drains power from the flex capacitor.
It's the purple wire.
Yeah, that's a Family Guy.
Really?
That's a
I don't know where we were using purple wire.
It's the green and black wire.
You know what?
That's a Family Guy.
I'm going to yank the yellow wire. I think it's the yellow one.
Okay.
The